What up? What up? What up? Question King. Is Nico still cooking?
I hope so.
I think I smell something like some oregano, some kind of pasty type of smell back there, man. I didn't know what was going on. Like, is he going to be cooking still or is he not? That's the question we need to be asking today, man. Because there are some rumors still tied to the Mavs. It seems like he's not done, but we will find out today. We talk Mavs.
Yep.
So let me put this on here like this. Sit it straight. All right. YouTube, Low Yard Gang, MFF Fields, podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs members only edition. We got a new spin to the show, man. Everybody can watch the show, but only the members can comment in the comment section. That's something new we're gonna start doing for the members only show, man. Show love to those people who show love to the channel. In that what way, King?
Special. Very special way.
Yes, sir. Listen, man. Got a nice little conversation to get started here today, man. As you heard there in the little preview, Mavs are still looking for additional players for the team. So we're gonna talk about that here in a sec, man. But before we do all that, man, if you're into Dallas Maverick content, man, go ahead and do us a huge favor and hit. Go ahead and hit that like button, man. If you're into Mav content, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. Go ahead and join us here, man, as we continue this off season. Getting ready for Summer League here. And matter of fact, Summer League starts
Don't remind me.
is tomorrow. Not Vegas, but
Yeah, I think
it's California's. California starts tomorrow, I believe.
I thought it was next week. It's tomorrow?
I thought we said the 6th. Thought like the 8th or something. Can't remember.
No.
Because I think the Vegas Summer League I think starts on the 12th. I believe. We really gotta get the schedules now. But yeah. So there you go, man. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're new, go ahead and hit that like button, everybody. Please hit that like button. Help us build the algorithm up to find more Mad fans like yourself. All right, King. You ready to get to it, man?
I guess.
All right, let's get to it. But before we start, man, let's go ahead and show some love to the sponsors of the channel.
Before we continue, we want to give a special shout out to Fanatics for hooking the channel up with a personalized link for you guys and ladies to get all of your official NBA Dallas Mavericks merchandise and apparel. If you're interested in helping the channel at all, please scan the QR code on the screen or check out the link in the description. We appreciate all of the continued support, and big thanks go out to Fanatics once more for hooking us up over here at We Talk Mavs.
Yes, sir. So, guys and ladies, it is still not too late to go ahead and copy some new Mav merch. Go ahead and scroll on down to the description box and click on that link to Fanatics. It'll definitely help out by supporting the channel in that special way. Also, click on that link, copy some new Mav merch, and show it off in these streets. All right, King, you ready to get to it, man?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to them news and rumors. So, Markieff Morris. Let's go ahead and put that in the people's face real quick, King, so they can see. Markieff Morris recruited to the Mavs by his brother, Markieff, reportedly sure to re-sign. So Markieff is supposedly sure to re-sign. Let's go ahead and read this out here real quick, King. Markieff Morris' return to Dallas is reportedly expected soon. NBA insider Mark Stein. Oh, it's Mark Stein, King. What that mean?
It's the gospel.
Amen. Reported Thursday that the Mavs are quote-unquote sure to re-sign the 13th-year vet. The new Western Conference champions are scouring the marketplace for a potential backcourt boost via minimum contract, but sources say they are also sure to re-sign veteran forward Markieff Morris, Stein report. Ahead of his return, Morris recruited his twin brother, Markieff Morris Sr., to join him in Dallas. And here's a tweet right here. He said his brother would be perfect. But these are some names of some players that the Mavs could be looking at to target for the remaining MLE and for vet men, King. So if it's a vet men, they're definitely gonna have to, like I think we talked about it off camera. They're gonna have to release somebody else, man. So yeah, man. What's your take on that, on the whole Markieff Morris news, man?
I want Markieff Morris back. I was a Markieff Morris fan. I was a fan of what he did for the team last year. My only thing with Markieff Morris is I hate having Markieff Morris here and Dwight Powell. I feel like you should choose one or the other because they're now both here for the same reasons, correct?
Facts.
And
sorry, Physax. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And one's won a title, one hasn't. And yeah, so you need to make the decision. With that being said, like you said, somebody would have to be cut if we brought in Markieff and Marcus, because we only have one spot open, which we talked about. I think either like an AJ Lawson. I doubt they cut Axum now because they let his contract be guaranteed, or they'd have to trade 2 for 1 in some upcoming trade, which would, cross my fingers, could be like a Powell and a Maxi Kleber for something. That would be awesome, but I don't know. But if that was to happen, then having space for somebody else, or Marcus, or anybody else really on that list that you had, if you can go back down to it, the guys on the list. I don't know if you can.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Okay. Well, yeah. So if it's just Marcus in general, I'm fine with Marcus. I'd actually rather have Marcus than Markieff, to tell you the truth. But if you're gonna get
Marcus still score.
Yeah, if you're gonna get both of them, then like I said, Marcus is just better than Markieff. Let's keep it real. They know they're twins.
Yeah, he is.
But Marcus is better than Markieff, and but like I said, it's no need to have Marcus, Markieff, and Dwight Powell. That's my only thing.
So just like that, one part of that news article right there just said, it does say the Mavs are scouring the marketplace for potential backcourt boost via the minimum contract. Of course, that was by Stein. So like King was saying, these are some names that could potentially be in the mix here for Dallas. List of players the Mavs should target for the remaining MLE and the vet men. You got Dennis Smith Jr., you got Markelle Fultz, you got Spencer Dinwiddie, Patrick Beverly, Robert Covington, Marcus Morris, and then Kyle Lowry. I think there was some names we kind of named off on the show last time. So these are some names right here, King. Does any of those names stand out to you?
I mean, it's something that stand out to me, but I'm not mad at any of the names, to take the truth. I told you Nico has options at this point. It's a great place to be in as a Maverick fan. But truthfully, bro, I mean, I can give you reasons where the Mavericks would be okay with any of those guys on that list. So I'm not mad at any of them. I know you talked about the Pat Bev thing. You didn't really want him anymore. But, I mean, outside of that, bro, like, is there anybody really that you'd be mad at if the Mavericks took the remaining of that MLE and that men level?
Yeah. Really, out of them names, like, probably Markelle Fultz and probably Pat Bev, probably only two I wouldn't be.
There you go.
Other than that, I mean, I'm not mad at any of those names. But there's this stat there that has an argument for DSJ though. DSJ was 8th in defensive EPM last season. Defensive catch-alls are rough. He said opponents' individual scored 0.93 points per possession with him defending. Synergy. Nets defense was 5.8 points per 100 better with him on the court. All points of him being really impactful.
Jeez, you said under a point of possession?
Yep.
Jeez.
Why do you think I've been screaming DSJ?
Oh, I know, bro. I know you're a beast, but I didn't know the numbers. Like under.
Remember we talked about that on the last show. It was what was it, last year? I think he was number 2 behind Alex Caruso in those numbers.
I ain't know it's under a point though. That's
yeah.
That's
the
elite.
Dude is He's become an elite defender on the perimeter, bro.
Jeez.
I'm talking a game-changing defender on the perimeter, bro.
That's a perfect ending of the story too, bro. If Dennis Smith returned and like found his role and they said he couldn't work with Luka, and they actually, man, that'd be go get Dennis Smith Jr. back. I'm sorry, Jill. Go get Dennis Smith back, bro. I never wanted Dennis Smith gone, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Dennis Smith's still young.
Yeah, I didn't want him gone either.
Dennis Smith and Luka should have been together from the beginning. That should have been at the Dennis Smith, Luka, Jalen Brunson, that whole team. We could have ran with that, but
you know who should have been gone though?
Dwight Powell?
No, I mean, yeah, Rick Carlisle should have been gone.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, we got a new regime now. Look at the Mavericks. The Mavericks
yes,
have beat the Lakers twice now in two off seasons for a guy. Things are looking up, man. We got Nico out here making moves. You feel different about you feel like your front office actually can make moves and you can chill and sit back. Shout out to TGK. I know he started a new phrase, Nico saved my life. But Nico, we absolutely do trust. Man, I mean, this is an awesome time to be a Maverick, bro. Like I'm not only for this year, like I say, the years to come. I'm excited to be a Mad fan. Like because of Nico now, I know every year, no matter what, there's going to be something that's going to happen. I feel like, and there's going to be some type of move or some type of attempt to change the team and do something and not just sit still. So it's a different time, bro. It's like an exciting time, real exciting time. Be a Mad fan.
Man, I'm actually ready to start the season, bro.
I am too, but not for Luke. I need him to. I ain't gonna say it. Let him play, and hopefully Slovenia does what they do, and he can get some rest, and we can start this season. Because I think I told you already. Shout out to BA. He said, man, the one thing you can see is next year being the year where he overexerts himself. Next year where he doesn't get his first team, because he can't play the games because he played too much basketball beforehand. I hope that isn't the situation. Doesn't come to that, but I ain't gonna lie. The stuff I think about as well. Yeah, I know. It is what it is.
Man, been doing it, man, for what, going on 7 years now.
Yeah,
I would tell folks, other than the pandemic year, bro, he's literally been playing basketball year round.
Yeah.
Never really had time to rest and get his body right, man, because he's constantly playing basketball year round.
That's what he want to do. That's what he does. It's his personality, I guess. I guess we got to deal with it.
I guess, man. But yeah. Also, too, got this little tidbit here, man. So supposedly Dallas is trying to. Well, it's not just Dallas. These 5 teams that were involved in trades here recently, including Dallas, are trying to finagle a trade to where it's a 5-team trade and it benefits all 5 teams. So let me see. Shout out to, this is from Keith Smith on Twitter, man. He's definitely credible, man. He's the one who kind of keeps an eye on like projected salary cap and all that stuff, what teams have left and all that stuff. He says, he says if the Mavs are able to roll the Klay Thompson acquisition into a reported 5-team trade, they should be able to acquire Thompson without having to use any of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s TPE. That says they'll create it in that they'll create in the deal with the Pistons.
Hold
on.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Then he comes back. He says, for those who are not living at the computer on the 4th of July and enjoying your day, Hornets, Mavs, 76ers, T-Wolves, and Warriors look like they are wrapping up various acquisitions into one big 5-team trade. It's all reported stuff, but makes it mutual beneficial for all cap/apron wise. We're one of those. So, to be honest with you, I don't know what that means.
That means somebody was getting traded.
Well, no. Everybody who made their moves, they're trying to find a way to make it as a 5-team trade to be beneficial. So I don't know what that means as far as what we can be, what we have left to use. Because from what I thought that us trading Tim Hardaway, I don't know why I didn't hear us getting a TPE. I thought that Detroit got a TPE with the 2nd-round picks.
I don't know. I didn't think we had any. I thought it was just the MLE.
No. Trade player.
No. I'm saying I didn't know anything. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about. I thought it was just the MLE we had.
I thought that Detroit got the player exception. I thought they got the $16 million trade exception. That's what I thought.
So we allegedly have a trade exception too.
I mean, that's what I don't know. So, like I said, this is interesting to me. I want to know what's because he's saying that I guess this will help us to stay even further under the first apron or whatever.
I thought the MLE was the exception that we got from it.
No. The MLE is like
under the apron.
No, we got the MLE because we were under the apron.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because we made the trade and stayed under the apron, I thought we got the MLE. That's what I'm agreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah. But the trade exception, that's something different. That's what I'm saying.
That one with Detroit, like you said.
I thought that went to Detroit on with the 3 second-round picks.
Yes.
So that's what I was confused by. So he's saying, I'm guessing we could fit Clay under another bracket or something.
Maybe we get a trade exception if we trade with the 5 teams.
Man, that'd be nice.
Or something. You feel me? To stay under the.
I know if we get a trade exception now with Nico, we're gonna use it.
Yeah, but if we either that or what I was thinking was if they trying to go further under, like to still have the full. I was thinking the MLE because I was thinking maybe they want to keep the full MLE available or whatever. And if that is the case, then I was thinking maybe with the 5 teams they're gonna be able to throw somebody else in there, like we just said, as far as getting an extra spot.
Because shout out to Mavs blog, man. He said he need help explaining. He need him to explain this too. Because I think a lot of people are confused.
Yeah, I was thinking that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking he's talking about maybe throwing another person in there, like getting off another. Like since it's a 5-team trade, you can just dump a salary to one of the guys that don't want to.
I got you.
That don't want it, saying, "Hey, take this Dwight Powell in the trade too, since you're gonna get a pick out of it or something like that." Like, I said Dwight Howard. I think Dwight Powell. I might have said Dwight Powell, but yeah, like that's what I was thinking as far as because, like I said at the beginning of the show, like to get both the Morris brothers, you would need 2 spots, and we don't have 2 spots available. So, and then like I said, I think Nico really tried to get rid of Maxi Kleber. Like now we're down to that last guy where it's like he got rid of everybody else. He's like, how can I get rid of Maxi Kleber? Nobody wants him. What can I sprinkle in the pot to get Maxi Kleber gone off the team?
I don't think it's a coincidence that we're still hearing. I mean, of course we need it, but I'm just saying. I don't think it's a coincidence we're still hearing Dallas kind of rumored to looking to make more moves. It's not. I don't think it's a coincidence. Like I said, I think you're right. I think they are trying to maybe move off that Maxi Kleber contract, trying to find a way.
There's no
also too without attaching a first to his contract. You know,
they're probably going to have to. At the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, Nico is trying as hard as not to, but it's like prepared if I have to. And if he gets rid of that first, he probably can get rid of the Dwight Powell with him. But that's the only good contract that's the only contract we have left. You feel me? Like that we didn't just gain or whatever that we could trade away is Maxi Kleber's. Like that's the only thing I can think of left. Like Harden does. I mean, Hardy. Harden. Wish he does get the Harden. But Hardy doesn't have a contract like that yet to be. So I really think it's Maxi Kleber that you're trying to get rid of. That's $11 million. That's a $15 million player if we get Maxi Kleber off the books, bro. I told you that. That's a good player.
Yeah. Yeah, because we just got Najee for 9, so yeah.
We just got Clay for 16 and 3/4. Or 16 and 2/3, I should say. So 15, especially in this day with the way that's the CBA and all is, the cap and the way you can't guys as you saw going to either get a lot of money to just fill up the teams need to get to the cap, or you're going to get no money as a role player because you can't. Like it is what it is. You can't get that too much money. So with that happening, $15 million gonna be a lot for a player to get, bro.
All right. Well, that's pretty much the news I really found out here, man. Just Dallas trying to get either Markieff Morris is what's rumored, or they're trying to look for another backcourt player. I mean, if they can get a move made, King, they might be able to get both.
That's what I'm
not
saying.
Mad at both.
You get both of
them, or
them,
end up cutting like maybe a AJ or somebody or whatever.
I don't want both of them, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want both of them. I don't want both of them as just being the only move.
Oh, what you mean?
Like, I don't want to we have one roster spot open, right?
Yeah.
To get rid of one guy to get both of the Morris brothers.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was thinking of Marcus and maybe like a Dennis Smith or something. That's what I was thinking.
Nah, I'm thinking Markieff probably got the job first.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Markieff is probably coming back, so he's the last spot. So that's what I thought. Like we're done. To get one more open spot, then we either have to trade 2 for 1, or we got to cut AJ Lawson or Dante Exum. And we just let Dante Exum contract become. I think both of their deals became guaranteed, but I would understand why they made AJ's guaranteed just to give him something to get him off. Just to thank you, AJ Lawson. Kind of if they would have cut him, just give him a little bit of contract. He deserves it. But I think Dante Exum, they probably keep him and try to play him if they had to choose between the two. So I don't know. Like I said, I think Nico is waiting. That's why I think he's trying to trade, because it hasn't been done yet. I think he's probably going to try to trade 2 for 1. If he can trade, if he can trade Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell, we might have a parade for that. I know we win the championship, but whew, that might be parade worthy, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, we too.
Sheesh.
All right, man. You ready to get to the glow yard, man?
Yeah.
Members.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll go ahead and get to these members, man. But before we do that, man, let's show some love to the partners of the channel.
We are excited to announce our new partnership with our friends over at Court Kings, and we appreciate them blessing us with their new Dallas Mavericks collection. This will not only include Dallas Mavericks-based shirts, but We Talk Mavs themed shirts as well. Be sure to check out our exclusive link on the screen or in the description to help the channel and rep the best Dallas Mavericks postgame show in the world. Much love to the entire crew over at Court Kings again for believing in us and taking a chance on the channel. Salute.
Yes, sir. Also, that link is down below in the description box, guys. If you want to copy some new Court King Dallas Mavs / We Talk Mavs gear, it is free shipping, no tax. The link is down in the description box below, guys. So we will be probably have some new merch and stuff getting ready here for the new season when it comes up. So there you go. All right, King, man, let's get to the glow yard, King. All right, members, we're going to put the link in the description box. So click, you already know what to do, man. Listen, we ask simple things, y'all. 3 simple things. Make sure your audio is clear. Please make sure your audio is clear. Also, we ask that you do not have any noise in the background, because this will be posted as a podcast. And also, too, if we have a super chat come in, we have to answer those, y'all. So if the super chat comes in, we'll stop what we're doing. We'll answer that super chat. So if a super chat comes in, that takes priority. All right, King, you ready, man? Let's go ahead and get to these super chats here real quick. DB became a member. I guess he just renewed his membership. Appreciate you, DB.
Appreciate you, DB.
Hold my latte with the $2 dono. He says Maxi and Melvin Agenta run the summer league. I hope so, man. Is his name on that list?
Yeah, I think Lawson's was too.
Okay.
I think the 3 of them, Omax, Melvin, and
I got it right. Yeah, he's the first one on there. He's number 17. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for the summer league, man. All right, and then also too got Coy, MVP of the channel. He says, much love, guys. In order to get rid of Maxi, we have to put a Furs with him. I'm convinced. Thoughts?
Maybe.
I hate it, man. I hate it so much.
We didn't get off a first for anybody else. So if it took one to be the last piece, I'm not mad, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want him off our team. I want to be done. I want to stop thinking, bro, we'll have nobody to trade. I'm tired of feeling like that on our team. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. All right, man. Let's bring the people up, man. Matter of fact, hold on. Where we at?
You want to bring them one by one?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's see how that. All right. Let's see what's on DV. DV, what on your mind out here, man? What's on your mind over the pond?
Yo. Nothing much. Obviously, once again, thanks to Nico for the moves. Yeah, man. In regards to the 5-team trade, I would be surprised if anyone's added to it. I think it's just the moves that they've already listed. Like, Buddy Hield going to Golden State and Carl Anderson going to Golden State. That involves Timberwolves and 76ers, and then us and Golden State and Charlotte. That makes it like a 5-team trade, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
That's
too.
what
When
I'm saying. That's what I think the 5-team trade is.
What does Mike? I had a question. I heard the Grimes trade wasn't official either yet. Is that true?
Yeah, that's not. I think they said July 6th, when people can actually sign their contracts and stuff, is when trades will get confirmed. So.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. So they still got that. They still got that period where you can what you
Add
call it?
stuff to the trade
now.
if you want.
Yeah. But hold on real quick. Let's read this real quick. K Choice with the $10 dono. Just keep pushing out the great Mav content. Appreciate you, man. Man, I ain't seen K Choice, man, since the Cowboys won a last Super Bowl, man. What's going on, K Choice?
I ain't seen K Choice since the Timberwolves, man. That's probably why we lost to the Celtics. We need a K Choice up in there.
So we all blaming K Choice. I like it, man.
It's positive energy, man. You know, K Choice always Mr. Positive.
Yeah, I know, man. Come on, K Choice. We need you out here, man. But no, we appreciate you, K Choice, man. We appreciate you. All right, man. Let's bring up Mr. Ben Price, man. Mr. #1 Tatum fan himself. What's up,
We're gonna bring you back, DV.
How's it going? How we doing?
Not much, man. What's on your
What up, Ben?
Ben loving mind out here, man?
Happy for yesterday, I guess. Happy 4th of July. I don't know how you usually celebrate that, but I'm guessing with a lot of food and drink. But you know,
a lot of work, Ben.
How do you celebrate it, Ben? Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Hey man, we don't even have a day for it because you know, obviously we're obviously really happy for you guys. But just on as far as the Mavs, obviously not a lot going on at the moment. Obviously Nico's done what he can so far, which I'm quite impressed by. Obviously, best GM in the league, has to be said. And yeah, I'm waiting to see. I'm quite excited to see what the summer league roster is like. To be honest, obviously we're gonna have this Melvin Ajinka or whatever his name is. Probably pronounced that horribly wrong. He's going to be on there, so we'll see how he does. Although obviously I've not got high expectations because he's just a back of the late round, second round pick, isn't he? But we'll see how he goes. Obviously he seems to be, have all the specs and everything seem all right. But and obviously Omax, I'm really my agenda really for the next up into the season starts. So I really want to see a way that we can have Omax kind of take over Maxi for that second power forward position, because I think really he's probably built out more like a power forward than he is a free. I just really like to see him have an opportunity to do that, because my man is shooting 42.5% in the G League on 5.3 3-point shots a game, which is absolutely insane. Actually, 5.3 attempts, he's shooting 42.5% in the G League. And if you can hit him there, you can hit him anywhere. 51.4% from the field, just in general. So he's looking really good, man. Obviously that defense is already really good. So I've got really, really high hopes for him, Max. I think he's really going to come in, but I'm just, my one fear is obviously Kid stopping that from happening. So we'll see what happens, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's my piece.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and bring up our next. Go ahead and bring up our next guy real quick. Just stay backstage, Ben. What up, Joe?
What's going on, guys?
What you gonna hate on today, Joe? What's going on?
Dennis Smith Jr. You already know, Ralph.
Everything we report is dumb.
Actually, housekeeping matter at first.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Joe, give me 1 second. My bad. I forgot to do this. I'm sorry. We got Gina. She's a 5-month member. Appreciate you, Gina. I forgot to put it on there. All right, Joe. Go ahead. My bad.
Housekeeping matter. You guys please encourage Glow Yard members to stay off of Discord whenever the show's on. I commented in there that that's bad form to do that, and because any comments they're making in there would be better for them to make them on YouTube in the algorithm to help you guys out. So if that could be like a Glow Yard rule, that would be really good for everybody moving forward. The other thing is the kid that we took in the second round on a lot of draft boards, he was higher than every draft board that I saw, he was higher than where he was taken by the Mavs, and some people had him as high as 27th. So that actually might end up being kind of a steal. Typical Nico move, where he sees value and he goes out there and acquires it. I mean, I was reading about Nico. I guess I wasn't really aware that he went to West Point at first.
I know that either.
Yeah, he couldn't get a Pac-10 scholarship because he had really bad injuries his last 2 years in high school. So he ended up going to West Point at first and then transferred to Montana State, where he graduated with a degree in medical and biological sciences. They don't pass out those type of degrees.
I say you saying he's smart, Joe?
I'm saying he's incredibly smart. Incredibly smart. So, and we see that playing out. So I'm doing everything I can to pump that guy up. I mean, he deserves all the accolades that we as fans can give to him.
And he played overseas.
And he played overseas. He played in Lebanon. I mean, he played in some crazy places. And then the third thing is that the defensive proficiency that y'all talk about with DSJ really is tantalizing, right? I mean, it is very appealing to me. The only problem is that I really want to see what I don't want Grimes to be blocked, right? I want to see what he does. And I definitely, want to see what Omax does this year. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm like so anti-Maxey, in addition to his play on the court as he's blocking Omax. But the final part of this is that makes it's one of those things that's like, oh, it's like a splinter in my mind, right? Is that to expect Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively to play all 82 games is folly, right? I think that there's a substantial chance that those two guys are going to miss 20 to 25 games. And we would probably be happy with that if we got, that much playing time from those two guys. So you're talking about if those guys miss, let's say, 25 games between them, that means that Dwight Powell is going to play 20 minutes a game. Now, I'm okay with Dwight Powell getting 100, 120 minutes next year. There's 19,680 minutes in a basketball season, right?
Yeah, and that's in we need him to get that in garbage time.
Yes, exactly. So and that, I'm fine with that, right? He's perfect. I don't want somebody of value playing those last minutes and rolling an ankle or something like that, right? But if he's forced to play a prominent role in this team where he gets 500 minutes next year, those are going to be, it's going to cause heart palpitations for the Glow Yard, because that's just, we're overextending him. So while I see somebody like DSJ, and I can really see the value that they have in a vacuum for a basketball team, I don't want those minutes being expended so that it blocks, again, Quentin Grimes, who I think has got immense potential, and it puts Dwight Powell on the court. So I wanted to give y'all some of my analysis on why I have animosity to DSJ. It's not the player. It's certainly not his defense. God, I love a great defender, especially out on a point of attack defender with some of the guards. The quality of guards that's in the NBA and in the Western Conference right now is incredible. It's Jamal Murray has never made an all-star team. Jamal Murray's never made an all-star team. That's how deep the guard play is in the West. So DSJ would be great for that. I'm just concerned about Dwight Powell's minutes mostly. So
yeah,
that's what
I've got a bit of news, potential news on that actually, because from what I understand, they were talking about filling 2 spots. So that means that obviously, because we've only got 1 spot left, that would insinuate that they're probably going to waive someone. And it looks like, if you're going to waive anyone on that roster, they've just guaranteed Exum's deals. So, they didn't obviously do that. So the chances are it's probably going to be AJ Lawson, because he's the only real kind of one out there that's like truly not really used, as plus slash is expendable and on a really, really cheap contract.
He's not guaranteed either.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I think it's probably going to be the casualty will be AJ Lawson, unfortunately. But yeah, to be honest, look, we barely use him. He's a mid-average player, and we got a lot of players that do similar things to what he does now. So if that is the case, obviously there's a lot of talk about bringing potentially Like, I mean, they're talking about bringing both the Morris twins. I don't think if we need both of them, like, if no disrespect to Markieff, I know he's obviously a great locker room leader. He's a great guy, and they all love him. But I mean, realistically, I'd rather have the better one. I'd rather have
Yeah.
Markieff because that guy can do a lot.
Because we got other guys. But I wanted
Yeah.
to give a rebuttal to Joe real quick. For his three things. Joe, I understand your issues. That's why I want to get rid of Maxey so that Omax and them can play. That's the one. I think you said that was one of your issues, Maxey.
Well, King, say that thought because I was gonna make that a general question.
Okay, go.
So I thought about what Joe said. I was gonna ask that to everybody anyway, but Joe brought it up. So yeah, save that thought. Next we got Div, man. What up, Div? What's on your Div loving mind out here, man?
Man, I gotta tell you, Nico has been doing great. I can't believe we upgraded. Everybody's trying to say that DJJ losing him is kind of not a good thing, but I'm like, I think Quentin Grimes is better. I honestly think everybody we picked up, even Najee, is better. I just think he's been doing great. And just remember a few years back where we were literally thinking we got nothing to offer, right?
Right.
And Nico turned this around where we look like a contending team next year. Even if he doesn't do anything right now, we're a contending team, which is crazy to me. I would have never thought that with the players we had.
Hold on, Dave. Are you sure about that? You said we got lucky this year.
Lucky in what way?
You said we got lucky. We was lucky to get to the finals.
Well, yeah, you have to have luck to get to the finals.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure because after possibly beating the first two teams in the playoffs 4-1, we could have beat both 4-1, and we could have beat Minnesota 4-0. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how that was luck, but yeah, hold on, we're gonna get
no, like even Boston, right? Like when they went through the final or their whole way they went there, they got lucky. A lot of teams lost players too. Could have been tougher too, right? You have to have luck, right?
You gotta have luck. Yeah,
you gotta have luck to win.
That's part of winning a championship.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, hold on, let me get everybody else up here.
You want to attack this one real quick? I know it's not a super chat, but you want what I have on the screen now? I was just putting the questions on the screen.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Kareem asked, anybody know how I can watch NBA Summer League? Will be streamed in the East. If you know, you know. I know what that is, Kareem, but no, you can watch it on Playback.
You put streamed in the East.
Yeah.
You guys will have
LeBron. I told you LeBron know about that. If LeBron know about it, it must be official. But Kareem, we gonna stream that. Playback, man.
Nice.
You know we got you. So Summer League games gonna be on Playback. We Talk Mavs got you. So make
sure before I let the other guy in, let me read this super chat. Andrew with the 199 dono. He says Brook Lopez will be perfect first for Brook.
I'm not with two centers. I'm not giving the first foul third center.
Yeah.
And I already told you I got a rebuttal for that. So that's more of the after the end when you ask the question. I'll tell you what I want for that. But thank you.
Because I'm hearing Brooks' name out there right now too. Is being traded or whatever. But yeah. Let's get the other guy up here. Got Sticks in the building, man. What up, Sticks?
Did you get the fame?
What's up?
Yeah, I did. Oh, I'm sorry, Fame. What's up, man? My bad. I forgot to.
About Fame first.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up, man? What's on your Fame loving mind, man?
So I did some more thinking about the Klay Thompson thing, about how everybody's talking about how we gave up DJJ, so our defense got worse, right? Well, what if I told you guys that our defense was about to get better with Klay Thompson than with DJJ?
I'm listening.
Okay, so defense is not just half-court defense, right? You have transition defense and all this other stuff. Well, transition defense happened so much and got these guys tired so much because DJJ and all these other guys couldn't hit shots. Well, now we got guys that can hit shots. So we're going to be playing a lot more slower, calmer defense on the half court because there's not going to be so many transition defensive opportunities for opposing teams. So I think our defense can actually get better with Klay because we're going to be knocking down more shots and we're not going to be having to run as much as we did with DJJ and PJ and Maxey. I know I want to trigger King a little bit.
Oh no, I agree. I think we've said that. We've said we picked up. It's not a coincidence that the three guys we picked up were good 3-point shooters, while also
Right.
pretty much giving the same. Well, because look, if you line them up 1-versus-1, we all know Clay is a better defender than THJ. That's a given.
Right.
And I feel like Grimes is a better on-ball defender than Josh Green. And then I've said this before. I mean, not just because we living in the moment, but I do think Melvin. I mean, sorry, I think that Najee is better than DJJ.
Yeah. See,
mean-
and the thing with Najee is that people, this Najee is in the DJJ role before the season started. Oh well, who's Najee Marshall? He's not gonna be a defender. You know, he's not gonna be anything. And
See,
then he
that's
comes
people,
over
that's people
here.
that don't watch the games, Master. That's all it is, bro.
Yeah, ask
That's
Master Fame about Maxey real quick.
Sticks, you're trying to get me in trouble with King, huh?
Are we doing one
What?
by
Hold
one?
up.
Because I wanted
What?
to say something about Najee Marshall.
Hold on,
But
let's get Sticks in there first. Me in trouble with King or what? I don't love Max. That's Richard.
Oh, because I was telling them on the TGK stuff that
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, the I was trying to fight Marcel because he's talking shit about Maxey, but no, I was just saying that I love Maxey. I love Maxey as a person. I'm not saying he has to be, you know, any minutes in the game, but in any games. But I just want him to be on the team as 15th man. That's fine with me.
That my only thing with that, I understand. That would be cool. But we got Dwight Powell, Markieff Morris. That's
Yeah.
We got too many
I hear a
good
lot of the
guys on the
problems.
team.
Yeah, and I hear a lot of the problems, and I the one main point that I get with Maxey is that when you guys say that if Maxey's on the team, Kid's gonna play him. So I get it.
yeah.
But what you got, Sticks?
What up, Sticks?
Sorry,
Hold on, Sticks, I gotta ask you a question, Sticks. Are you officially the co-host of TGK show?
I don't know. I'm officially helping him. Let's just go with that.
I told you he is the unofficial official co-host of the unofficial.
I am the official
Mavs
co-host of
pregame.
Spaces because that was technically my idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So TGK is the unofficial official co-host of Spaces. But you're the unofficial official co-host of the Mavs pregame show.
I am basically helping him run the background now so he can focus on the stream more. So I'll probably be on there more even when I'm not like on the camera, trying to help him kind of run things a little smoother. So yeah.
He's that ugly extra head Johnny Knoxville.
Hey, it's not your turn yet, Joe. You calm down. This isn't a free for all yet. I just had to throw that shot at Massive Fame. That's all. Have you not seen the comments in the private chat? I've been talking crap about you and everywhere. So we let an old cranky white man up on stage. So yeah, but yeah, I think I agree with that. Like Maxey it's either Maxey, Powell, or Keith. One of them could be the cheerleader. We don't need three of them. So that's the issue with Maxey, and I can't see that. If that dude goes on the court, back to what Joe was talking about, you know, whose minutes is Maxey taking? And if I see 20 minutes of Maxey with all these young guys that need chances, I'm gonna be pissed. So I don't know where we're gonna go with that, but I mean, it's the same thing with Najee. I was talking to my son earlier. We were driving. I'm sorry, my alternate ego for Joe's purpose. I think if you're paying attention to Nico is starting to look for these teams that are not very good, and he's finding like, you know, the guy that nobody notices is good enough. They don't think he's good enough. Like Najee Marshall's not going to get to start over Herb Jones. So you're never going to see Najee playing the DJJ role for the Mavs over there. He's just never going to get above him in the rotation. It's not happening. Herb's too good. And I think the same thing with Grimes. He was on a crap team. You saw that with PJ. You see that with Gafford. I think you're going to nobody has clearly watched tape. How many people on our team have done what Najee does and goes up and picks people on the inbound pass? Do we have anybody on our team that does that?
No.
That hustles like that? I haven't seen one. Green occasionally, maybe. So I think we have a complete different breakdown of players now. And I didn't even realize Grimes spent all last season until the other day with Redick. Trey getting hit, retooling his shot.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah. So Grimes has clearly improved his shot. Najee will improve with here, especially when you have Clay. Both those guys, there's video of them driving a lot better and doing more cuts than even DJJ. And Green, he didn't really cut. He pretty much just ran along the baseline, jumped up there, and threw a Hail Mary somewhere. So we have different talent now, and defensively, I mean, it's the same thing. You have this much offense. They have to do something to stop our offense at the same time. So, and I do agree. I mean, how many times did we hear last year? How many times in the playoffs, especially King and Relle and Playback, was we all screaming, "Oh my God, stop taking the threes. You're just giving easy transitions. For the love of God, you're just making this easy on them." And our guys are dying, and Luka's trying to get back. Mass fame. Like, we should hit a better percentage. If we hit a better percentage, they don't get all those transitions that really wore our guys down. And then Klay Thompson's not going to be spending the same amount of effort because he's not going to be trying to create as the third guy, not the second guy. So I think I'm excited to see what this team can do, especially with the offseason chemistry built up.
Yes, sir. I agree. I think this will be the first time in what since we had Nico where we're going to go into the season with a team that we believe will be the team at the end of the year.
Well, not only that, but this is the first offseason where we've had them all early enough to start working too.
Yep.
We're not waiting to the very end to pull someone.
I'm hoping we don't start as a 500 team this year.
Listen,
we won.
I told you a couple shows ago.
Maybe Luka can get his MVP then.
Yeah, finally, you feel me? The season will start off right and be like, okay, let's go.
So it won't be no excuse of, he had a slow start. That's why he's not getting it. But they were top 5 in the West. Like, what are we talking about? But no, to kind of go back to what Joe was talking about, I had this question because I've been thinking about this over the last few days. Because we can do this, 2 ways, right? We can get more players who are capable in here, like you said, cut somebody, add somebody, all that type of stuff. We could do that. Or do you guys want to go the route of just letting standing pack what we got and giving an old Max and a Hardy that opportunity that we are trying to look for right now in the free agency? Like, what direction would y'all rather go?
So I've got a piece on this very quickly, actually, if I may. So my piece is with that. Like, I think Omax has to be the backup 4. He has to be. I think he's built like a backup 4. That kid is like super, super strong. Like, he's got the proper frame for it. Every single clip I've watched of him play, and even the ones where he's actually played in some of the games towards the end of the season, he looks absolutely fantastic. I think he's going to be one of those guys, if you give him enough time and you actually give him the opportunities, he will actually probably take that starting role, maybe even from PJ Washington down the line. Don't even be surprised. I think he's more gifted personally, and I think he's only just obviously started in the league. Like, I think you have to play him at the power forward. That is his position. That's his natural position. He doesn't look like the type of guy, because he's too big. He doesn't look like the type of guy who could be like a DJJ type forward, where he's like a point of attack guarding shifty guards. He's more kind of like, he'll go against their bigger guys and he'll make it difficult for them. So that's what I want as far as that's concerned. As far as Hardy's concerned, I think, like, I've had discussions about Hardy. I really like him, but again, he's kind of like he's a great microwave scorer, but he's a short guard. He doesn't play great defense. Like, for all his excellent sort of, I've seen flashes of him being able to do a little bit of playmaking, but I kind of feel like he's one of those people that will turn the ball over a little bit too much. But he's one of these guys who's still incredibly talented and has great value. So I think I would play him this season a lot, but I think more to kind of get his value up, because I would hopefully use that down the line to get something better. Someone like a Hardy, you could put him into a trade and get something better. But I mean, maybe him playing like a Jordan Clarkson type role, I'm not against that at all. But obviously it's very difficult now. You've got Grimes and some of these other guys, because where these minutes are going to come from and how you're going to sort of operate it. But one thing's for sure, like, these older guys, aside from obviously Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson, all these other older guys, all these other sort of cheerleaders we have, they need to stand the fuck back. I mean, particularly, excuse my French, but especially Maxey, man. Like, I don't want to see Maxey getting minutes unless we're desperate. The only thing I would say we would need to improve on is maybe get sort of like a combo type of big, someone that can maybe play either a small ball 5 or someone that can play like the 5, who can do a little bit of rim protection, maybe is shoot 35% from free, something like that, who can play like a third, center, who can also be kind of a little bit of something different. That's what I want. But yeah, that's my piece on that.
Hey, that's a big effing ditto right there to Ben.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
I couldn't agree more with what Ben said. I thought every even small point he made was absolutely on point. So
I think the team also has to make a decision, because it's contract year for Hardy. So if we don't feel that we're going to keep him long term, yes, play him in the beginning. Hopefully he looks great and maybe pull a move, right? If we want to just stay the way we are right now and just have flexibility for moves down the line.
The problem is, as King kind of touched upon this, is that Hardy's not a great trade piece for us because he makes so little money. That's one of those things where, the $2 million, I mean, that's just a throw in a deal. That's got to be.
That's why you've got to sign him like the guys were saying the other day. You have to sign him like a green deal or something where there's value in the trade.
And green, that's a lot of money, guys.
Not saying necessarily that high, but you've got to have some value to him. Otherwise, he's of no value other than, hey, take Maxey, we'll throw Hardy.
Yeah.
But
that's I do want to say this about Najee Marshall. If you watch that guy play, and I watched probably about 40 Pelicans games last year on NBA TV, what he does way better than DJJ is that he's not only the shooting aspect of it, but he's really good at attacking closeouts and putting the ball on the floor.
Yep.
For us,
Good at stealing the ball, yeah.
Is going to put other teams in the blender. And also whenever we've got Lively and Gafford in the game too, when we put teams in the blender, you'll see things, the ball gets kicked to a guard, dribble drive, penetrate, and then it goes back to our lob game. I really think Najee Marshall, I understand that we've made some promises to Clay, but I would like our team so much better if Najee Marshall was starting instead of Clay. So I'm hoping that if we do the rotation thing, and how at the end of the season, it got to the point where Gafford would come in and then he'd play 3 or 4 minutes, and then Lively would come in, and Gafford was technically the starter, but then Lively was seeing more and more minutes than Gafford. I'm kind of hoping that's what happens with Clay, because I do want to keep Clay's minutes down this year to like 2,100, something like that. I don't want him playing 2,500 minutes. Quite frankly, I don't want Luka or PJ playing that many minutes either.
What I compare it to, Joe?
Hold on, King.
Okay,
one second. Corey with the 999 don't know. He says, "Let me say this: is Clay the same defender he once was? No. Is he trash? Hell no. Clay with a great rim protector is above average, and we have 2. Can someone tell me the last rim protector Golden State had?"
Yes.
Oof. JaVale McGee.
Yeah. And
point.
Joe, I compare it to what's his name, Deshaun Stevenson and Jason Terry.
Yeah, for sure.
Deshaun Stevenson started at that point, but Jason Terry finished and got the minutes and all. Like if Najee gets to that point where he can do that and Clay is finishing the games, I'd be fine with that. And I think Clay wanting to win a championship would be fine with that. But I wanted to get to my original point you said earlier. I think actually this goes to fame as well. I think getting rid of Maxey would do us huge as far as everything that you said as far as players playing. Because if Maxey's gone, then Omax gets minutes, right? Because he's the backup power forward. Like he has to get minutes. Then I think I want to get a guard, kind of like what he said as far as Dennis Smith Jr., because the only guard we have on the bench now, like playing that position, is Quentin Grimes as a defender. I think DSJ competes with Exum. And I'm fine with that. If Exum's not playing and Dennis Smith Jr. is playing more than him, then life happens. Like that's the better player. But then also about the Powell thing, Powell, like you said, can play 120 minutes in the season, but we can still, even if a guy gets hurt, we can still play a small ball lineup, right? Like I'm not against a small ball lineup. Like I understand that works at times in the NBA. I just don't want Maxi Kleber as my center.
Yeah, and that's the other problem, that they're like a two-headed monster, that problem. So if Gafford or Lively aren't playing, that means Dwight Powell might not be. But if Dwight Powell might be playing, and if he's not playing, that means Maxey certainly is on a head coach team, which is,
it's Maxey. Maxey's the last piece that that's at a contract that should be played. So I got to get Maxey out of here for that reason, and then I feel like everybody fits into place. The Dwight Powell, everybody wanted him to be the third center. He's the third center now, so okay, it is what it is. He shouldn't be playing. But now we got to get Maxey out the second power forward position. He's not a second power forward.
The problem is, I wish we had some seconds where we could dump, because I don't want to. And Nico did a fantastic job. More accolades for him, and not getting rid of any of our first round picks, because those things should be considered prized possessions, and they have to be a final piece for us, and not just getting off a Maxey contract. So that would be awful to have to give up a first round pick to get off of him and Dwight Powell.
Hey, but a first round pick with him and Dwight Powell for somebody's worth 15 mil, a good person. I mean, I might not be against it.
I mean, I wouldn't be like, if we could get rid of a God, like I almost hate saying this. If we could get rid of Maxey and Dwight and the salaries match perfectly for Isaiah Stewart, another dog, right? Who makes 15 million with Detroit, I would consider that. I just don't know if I would do 2025 or 2031, given how deep 2025 is supposed to be.
Yeah. Hey, Big J, I see your point. I'm not dismissing Hardy. That's why I've said nothing about it. As far as I want that to be Hardy's job. As far as the microwave guy that's getting points beside, especially if Clay moves to the bench, then our bench should have a scoring punch this year. I don't think our bench is going to be trash this year because last year we were relying on Timmy to be the leader of the bench. If Timmy's not the leader of the bench this time and you're not throwing the ball to him before anyone else, I think we'll be fine.
I think also Master Fame, I don't know if he's still here, but I think he actually made a really, really sound point earlier about, because of the execution on the offensive end that we're going to have now, there's going to be a far longer, because whenever you get a rebound off these threes, it's always a long rebound. Then it goes to one of the opposition players, and they're running up the court, and by the time we kind of get back down there, it's just kind of like, okay, that's a free bucket, right? And we see it all the time. But if you've got that execution, not only will they, because what I noticed as well is a lot of opposition defenses, especially when we weren't hitting those threes, would often sag off our 3-point shooters anyway. As you saw it in the Boston series. They sag off our 3-point shooters anyway, almost expecting that long rebound, because then and they're in a position to kind of start running. Whereas if you have guys like Najee on the court, you got guys like Clay on the court, guys like Quentin Grimes and whoever who can hit 40%, 38% from free, right? They kind of got to be right next to them. So if that long rebound comes out, sure, they might even if we clank it, it's going to come out, but they're going to be like a couple of steps behind where they should have been. So just those little things in the long run. It's going to make a massive difference, and like you say, it is going to improve because sometimes the best defense is good offense. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, but here's why. I mean, this is what I was going to say. Having Najee Marshall and Klay Thompson over DJJ and Tim Hardaway slows down an opponent's offense because they got to take the ball out of the net, and those guys put the ball in the net at a better rate than DJJ and THJ. And
when Timmy was on the court, his IQ was like so low. Not that this is not a bashing moment, but like it's like let's keep it real. When we sat out there watching these games, we were like, oh no, Timmy's out there. Who does he have to defend? When they got the ball and Timmy got the ball in the isolation, it doesn't matter who it is. Like Timmy he just can't play defense. We felt like he cannot. It just didn't feel like it was right. Like something couldn't happen. If Klay Thompson is out there, like Klay Thompson knows how to play defense. He might not be the quickest to hop in front of some people and stay in front, but he's not like a cone. And he's not going to be on the isolation island like most of the time.
And it won't be this. It won't be like this with THJ. When THJ dribbled, I'd be like, no.
If somebody posting up Klay, it'll be a problem. Like if guys try to post up Tim Hardaway, you like, oh man,
that's a bucket.
That's a bucket. Yeah, like it's just IQ. I understand.
Klay cuts the hoop too, man. He
Klay
knows how. He's smart.
player.
He's a champion
He's a
for
better
a reason.
player than Tim Hardaway Jr. doing anything. I kept telling y'all that last year when I was yelling it.
Yeah,
he's better than Tim at everything.
Yeah,
literally everything. Yeah.
It's not a basically everything, Ben. I'm telling you, I would bet.
No, I'm saying there's not one thing. There's not one thing.
Yeah, like I would say he's better than him at everything.
I would say Najee is better than DJJ at everything too.
Hey, if you said that,
except jumping, that's
other than jumping, that's it.
But here's the thing about DJJ, and you guys that hoop know this, man. When you got a little guy, when you got a frail guy, man, all you have to do is put your arm or your hand on his forearm, and he can't jump. And how many times did we see DJJ attack closeouts? And he's got 3 guys above him, and he can jump higher than all those guys, but he's so slight and light in the ass that he couldn't elevate.
His jumping only matters in space.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Not only that, but how many times have we seen him awkwardly fall because of that and damn near breaking ankle?
It only works in space because he's so frail, is what he said. Not to disrespect him because he's a thin guy. So he's not a guy that's going like, say he's under the rim with a guy. He can't jump straight up and just go dunk on him.
Yeah, well, and that's kind of my thing on him. I think Nico looked at it and said, his offense isn't good enough. He's too old. we can't retool and change his offense at this late to do the things we need him to do, his defense doesn't make up for the lack of what we can do with his offense. So I think there was no reason to pay him. And that's why I didn't think he was going to get full MLE. I thought that's what we were going for. But clearly saw Nico said, you ain't worth it. I'm not giving you it.
We can find Nico is not Donnie in them. You don't just give a bad contract to a guy because he does something. You sit and say, can I find this value somewhere else? Maybe even better value for something.
Hold on, I thought Donnie was going to the Hall of Fame. Don't do that, King.
Yeah,
I mean, he going to the Maverick Hall of Fame.
Hey, and the other thing that Nico is he's a non-linear thinker. I mean, so he didn't trade people straight up for each other and then sit around and wait for a checkers type of move. I mean, he moved THJ for Quentin Grimes, and then he moved, then he did this move for that move. The only 1-for-1 move that he made was the Najee Marshall, and he had that deal in his pocket. He made the offer to DJJ. DJJ responded by signing with Clutch, and before that he could say, I'm gonna see what the market has to bear, Nico immediately moved to Najee Marshall, who, if you listen to Antonio Daniels, who I think is one of the finest analysts in all of basketball right now.
Yes.
He is outstanding. If you guys don't listen to him on Sirius XM or watch Pelicans games, he is an absolute joy to listen to. He says that Najee Marshall is a dog, that he is an enforcer, and that there are things that we've had to endure in the past with Luka. Like,
didn't he choke Butler?
With Lou Dort, how Lou Dort was playing Luka, he said that bullshit won't go on with Najee Marshall on the court.
And I bet you Nico saw that and said after what happened, watched Luka get pushed around and no one did anything. Yeah, we needed one of those guys.
Yeah. The only guy Antonio Daniels was afraid of is Allen Iverson. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. BJ, let's get BJ in. BJ, what's up, man? What's on your BJ living mind, man?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
What up, BJ?
All right, man.
No, but I remember I had to talk because you had questions initially about.
Hey, get closer to your mic.
Yeah. We can't hear you, BJ.
Can you hear me?
No, we can't hear you in your mouth.
Distorted. Oh my goodness, this.
Let me try something else.
When you get back, we'll get back on. Here it is. Here he is, right here. Here he is, the man of the hour, right here, man. Let's go ahead and hold on. I gotta do it right. TG to the mother bleeping K in the building. What up, TGK?
What up, everybody? Got off work early, clocked the F out, ready to go party, not thinking about the finals. I'm already thinking about the future. How y'all doing, man?
Man, can't complain, man. Can't complain, man. If you had some barbecue, man, you need to start sharing with the people.
Yeah, man. I just want to bring some excitement because I'm hyped to be out of work. But nah, man. I've been listening here and there when I could. I heard we were talking about Nico, or whatever the case may be. Well, what's the subject we're on, so I could add my little 2 cents.
Oh, but what's on your mind, man? What you got?
Oh, my mind, mama. Oh, man, let me tell you. I don't even know where to start, right? But let me tell you. Why is my? Oh, let me block this thing. All right. So for me, with everything that we've done so far, right? The thing for me this week is just Cam.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay. The thing for me is just like Nico, bro. Nico. I know we all been talking about it, and it's been a refreshing thing, obviously, since he got here, but it just continues to be a refreshing thing. It continues to be this place of like we're out of purgatory now, like we're finally a competent front office, and that feeling is not usual for us. And I've been spending the whole week just talking about that, and I know y'all been going over it as well. And I just like to remind Mavs fans, some of us are young, like Gina Kemp, she's young as hell, barely about to be here in her 20s or whatever, right? Like she don't know the pains that we've gone through, as young. And so for the young Mavs fans, like, look, guys, this is not usual. This is not every day. We are literally in the midst of like a special opportunity right here. You got one of the GOATs of basketball currently in Luka Doncic, and now you're able to have one of the GOATs and GMs and Nico Harrison, and you pair that together, and you've seen what he's done in turning this team around over the last 3 seasons. Look at the roster 3 years ago, bro. It is disgusting. You look at the roster today, and you're like, when people mention like the top, West teams, the NBA Finals championship favorites, the Mavericks are mentioned now. Why? Because of the job Nico Harrison has done, and because we have superstars on this team. And I'm just happy, man. Like, regardless that we lost in the finals, cool, I get it, but we're on the cusp of getting another one. And when you consider how Clay, threw away the Lakers connection and his father being there and all this stuff, like, he had all the reasons. Clay had all the reason to go to LA, and Clay said, nah, I don't want to be a part of that circus. I want to be a part of a legit organization and a legit destination in the Dallas Mavericks, bro. That's how I'm feeling like today, besides going to Austin.
Big J, you got your mic working now?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was just going to talk about the steps in the trades, because I know there was some confusion earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding is that what we did is we traded THJ into cap space to get the trade exception and send us below the threshold in order to generate the mid-level, the full mid-level.
Wait, so we got the trade exception.
But we sent that to Golden State for Clay. That's how Clay got the $16 million.
Gotcha. Okay.
We then traded Quentin Grimes into our space.
Gotcha. Okay,
because
that makes sense.
Because we were far enough below, so we had the cap, we had the trade exception, and we traded Quentin Grimes in our cap space that was created, but we still got the trade exception that we sent along with the 2 picks that we got. From Charlotte to Golden State.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
For Josh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but y'all, you see the note yesterday that there's evidently a 5-team trading process, that this isn't done.
Yeah, they're trying to open it up to make all the moves for everybody else.
Yeah, they're basically about to eliminate Clay in that and give us the full TPE back, is what they're trying to pull off, which is nuts if Nico pulls that off.
How much would the TPE be? Still be 16?
No, 16, I guess.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah, Nico's a fucking wizard. That's what. Sorry.
Wait, what's going on? Everything broke out. Like, can y'all? I didn't want to say that. I was about to pause myself. Can y'all tell me what's going on?
Hey, go say it real quick, BJ. Then we're gonna get Larry in. Say it one more time for him so he can get.
No, so the original trade was us trading Tim Hardaway Jr. into cap space for Detroit, and Detroit sending us back the $16.4 million trade exception. And then we were going to take that and send that along with the 2 picks we got from Charlotte, along with Josh Green, to go get Clay. That's how we're getting Clay his $16 million start salary. We were then signing with the mid-level exception that we freed up. We were using that to sign Najee. But then in addition to that, because we were below the cap, we were trading Quentin Grimes into our cap space.
Our existing cap space. Yeah.
So that opens up the biannual.
Well, no. So then, according to Keith Smith yesterday, if the Mavs are able to roll Klay Thompson acquisition into the reported 5-team trade, they should be able to acquire Thompson without having to use any of Tim Hardaway's TPE they'll create in the deal with the Pistons.
So we will get that. So we will just have that TPE now.
And here's the other part that's really important. If we become part of this 5-team trade, right, then what that does is that it unlocks us from the hard cap at the first apron where we are right now.
Yeah, it says they're going to use the match. They're going to use the match with Thompson using Green by doing this.
It sounds like they're going to go all the way in. Pause.
That to me sounds like they're planning for somebody else big.
Yeah, they're setting it up where they're going to go into the second threshold if possible, or if needed, and going to go like all the way in for this year.
Crazy
Jesus.
Question. Would you take the trade exception and throw that at DeRozan? Since he said he wants more than the MLE?
My thing with like the next player we get. So are we done with Najee possibly starting? Because I'm thinking of fit as far as where.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of too. Big J's fit.
And I'm like, with DeMar DeRozan, because he had to be a 3, right?
I don't know if
yes.
And then how is that like? Is Clay behind him then, and then Najee behind them?
I don't know that DeRozan's a great fit.
I'm not
what we're trying to
DeRozan.
accomplish. So
Yeah, I'm not with DeRozan.
That's why I'm like,
Do you go? I know what you're saying, Big J. You just asking about the idea of him. Yeah.
I want a 4. I want a power forward.
That's what I wonder if we're going to pull up a power forward.
Yeah, if we
We've
could
already
take
got
a bona fide,
Because then you could trade Maxey along with it.
like, backup power forward. Like, yeah, if you get a $10 million power forward, or somebody that's a bench power forward that's just decent and make $10 million, something around there at least.
That can play the small ball 5.
Yes, that can play the small ball 5. Somebody that can take Maxi Kleber. You need to upgrade Maxi Kleber. He's upgraded everybody else. It's time to upgrade Maxi Kleber.
We go Marvin Bagley the third, BJ.
I
just put in the chat.
I said Marvin Bagley before, but Relle and them said no. I said go ahead and give him a chance. Why not?
I said that to you because that him and Max's contract. Yeah, you can do Maxi for him, and that'd be perfect.
Yep, that's a perfect fit.
I don't mind Marvin Bagley as far as at the end, playing a backup power forward and all that. I would give him a try. He can still get you 10 points a game.
Yeah, make him third center. Like let him be the third center. Give him for them 25 games we're talking about. Yeah.
He's your stretch, right?
Sacramento takes the biggest L ever if Marvin Bagley comes to the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, they do.
But all right, let's get Larry. Larry, what you got, man? What's on your mind, Larry?
I don't really have much to say. I admit I was wrong.
Hold on. Larry, you ain't got much to say. What's going on, man? You all right? You sick?
Nah, I'm straight. I admit I was wrong.
Oh, hold on, I gotta hear this. Go ahead, Larry.
I thought Clay would want more than fucking 16. That was my whole thing with Clay. I wasn't gonna play Clay 20 million, but for Clay to want to take 16, I mean that's
sometimes it's good to be wrong, right?
Yeah, no, I don't mind saying when I'm wrong. It was just when I stopped. Everybody talking about going to get Clay was that I wasn't comfortable with that move.
Oh,
Larry's mic muted. I think.
Yeah, that was his point. But yeah, sometimes it's good. It's not that you were wrong. You were right, Larry. Like you didn't want him at that price point. He just got here at a lower price point. So it is what it is. I think we'd all take Klay Thompson. If we knew from the beginning that Klay Thompson was just going to be 16.67, I think we all would have said, yeah, like that's Nico.
Do you guys actually think DJJ was going to get the full MLE from Nico?
No, he wasn't. That's what they said.
I don't think so.
They were going to give him the same amount that Najee got, the 9.
Hey, I just want to point out, man, there was a lot of people, all right, who were like, yeah, just give him the full MLE.
I hated that.
MLE. Mate, and I can stand that. I can stand it because I was like, he's not worth the full MLE, man. And when I was saying less than that, I was saying, yeah, maybe 8, maybe 10. And the people were like, no, he's just going to walk away. I'm like, well, man, if he walks away, he walks away, you know? Like, people seriously overrated him, man. And like, obviously now Nico's cooked. Obviously, you know, Nico agreed with us, so I'm glad to
he fit with the team, though. He did fit with
it. I was one of those people in favor of giving him the full MLE because I had zero idea that Najee Marshall would go off the market at $9 million per.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Najee took a deal. That's we got.
Najee wanted a better chance.
That's why they just trusted Nico. I think that's what you say now, Ro, and all that. Like,
yeah,
you gotta let Nico, whatever Nico does, he gonna do. Like I think somebody said earlier, you got to do your due diligence and pay it. I think Sticks. I've been yelling about this for years. As far as like, you got to go find skill. You got to look at other teams and find the players. When you were in that hellhole that the Mavericks were in, finding players that aren't getting the opportunity to have skill that can play on the team. And Nico being a baller and all that, like I said, can see that, pays attention, does due diligence, pays attention to these players, and goes and grabs players that can fit on the team that other teams aren't taking advantage of. And then they become gems on this team beside Luka and all. So
Najee Marshall is a starting level 3 on most teams in the NBA. But the problem is he had Trey Murphy and Herbert Jones in front of him.
Yep.
You know, so there's just, I mean, and those two guys are 2 of the best wings in the league, let alone just on that team. They're 2 of the best wings in the league, hands down. So it's just like New Orleans have had like a glut of really, really good wings for the longest time, and it was just a matter of time before someone picked this guy up and said, you know what, like you are far too talented to be riding the bench for this many minutes. And obviously, I think things are going to work out where Clay might be like he might be like our 6th man. I think he might start, or we work him where he starts, but kind of like almost like a Gafford thing, where he plays like, you know what I mean? Like we mostly use Najee throughout the game, and then Clay comes in sort of clutch time, or Clay comes in important moments when we need offense, and he does his thing. Like I think that's kind of where it's going to work.
Hey, does anybody?
Go ahead, TGK.
My fault, man. Does anybody remember that hire we made where they were like these experts when it comes to the the NBA salary cap? I forgot who that hire was, but I'm like, I think we're finally starting to see. Well, I think we've been seeing it, but now with that fucking trade y'all were telling me about, I think we're really starting to see whoever that hire was, see them work their magic when it comes to working around this cap and maximizing our dollars. I think that's kind of going how would I say, kind of under, I don't know what the hell what phrase I'm trying to say, but going under wraps. Like we're like
maximizing their money. TGK, that's what you're saying now.
We hired away Brooklyn's capologist. I can't remember his name, but he came from Brooklyn.
Thank you. Yeah, that guy.
Nico is a very sly dude. Like I'm telling y'all, I said before, like he's a salesman. He was like the biggest branch of Nike is their basketball section, and he was in